Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Tuesday. Today we are going to start working on two projects that are going to be due on Friday. So make sure you manage your time. Let's take a look. Today in reading, you're going to start reading chapter 7, The Chocolate Touch. It looks like this. So here I have a tray here because I just feel so sorry and bad for John. So something's going to happen today in the lunchroom. So you're going to read about it. Remember to go on Epic. Here is the video to follow along. And then when you are finished, you are going to write a summary of the beginning, middle, and end of chapter 7. The next thing is going to be letters to my future self project. These are sample letters that you are writing to yourself. It's kind of like a time capsule. And you will be receiving these letters when you graduate Shepherd. So let's take a look at them. So here it says getting started. This activity, you are going to be writing a series of letters. You're not going to write them just to anyone. You're going to be writing them to your future self. Complete each slide by filling in the text boxes and provided and writing each letter based on the prompts given. When you are finished, drag the envelope over to the left to seal it to find out the special delivery slide and delete the instructions above. Okay, so we have a picture to yourself. You have the places that you want to visit one day, the promises, and so on. Let's look at some examples just so you can see exactly what is expected. Okay, so it says the places you want to visit one day. Now, this is going to be the places that you want to visit as of now. So if you were to go somewhere right now, where would you want to go? Now, Mrs. Powell wrote these. So let's see where Mrs. Powell would like to visit one day. One day I would like to visit Europe. I have always wanted to go, but have never had the money or the time. All my kids have traveled abroad, but not me. I would love to visit Ireland, Paris, Greece, and London. I would love to see some of the sights and, most importantly, try food from all of these countries. So, if you can see, it is a short paragraph. Now, I'm not going to read every single one of Mrs. Powell's samples. I'm just going to read two more. Learn how to. So right now, I'm thinking of something that I would love to learn how to do. So this is Miss Powell's. One thing I would love to learn how to do is to surf. My daughter, Catherine, has been surfing since she was 10. She makes it look so easy. My goal for this summer is to become a stronger swimmer so I can take surfing classes before school starts. Plus, I think it looks really cool. And the last one I'm going to read for you guys is going to be my favorite things. So you need to think of all of your favorite things. Remember, like when I said this is a time capsule, you're going to look back on this and won't believe that these were some of your favorite things back in third grade. So let's look. I have many favorite things. My first favorite thing is my Ocean Beach necklace. I never take it off. It is a copy of a beach badge done in silver. Every time I see it, reminds me of my favorite place, the beach. My second favorite thing are my kids. It amazes me that they are now young adults and are doing great things. I remember the day they were all born like it was yesterday. My last favorite thing is enjoying the time at the beach. There is nothing like sitting in your beach chair, reading a good book, and drinking a cold water while listening to the waves gently hit the shore. It is one of the few places I can really relax. These are three of my favorite things. So, again, these are just short paragraphs. It is just something that you guys are going to look back on and remember. So, it's kind of like a time capsule. Next thing, math. Today you'll be using a bunch of different math skills to plan a road trip. Make sure you have paper and pencil handy. This is due on Friday. So this one looks like here. And it's here. It says, long live summer. End of the year back to school road trip math project. Okay. This is the road trip. We are starting from California, heading over here to Wyoming, then over here to Colorado, to Texas, to Missouri, all the way over to North Carolina, up here to New York, and then last we're going to go to Maine. So we are cutting right through the US. Okay. All right. Now let's start. It says never getting billboard. Okay. This title's a little silly, and yes, board is spelled board, B-O-R-E-D, but billboards kept you occupied for an hour. Those billboards are those signs that you see on the side of the road for advertising. You decided to create a data table of the different types of billboards you saw and graphed the data. You can't ever get enough math, even on vacation. So here's the tally charts. I'm going to write the number that these tallies represent, and then I'm going to move, like you're used to doing, move this up to whatever number you see over here. Next one, hopping hotel happenings. You spent many nights at hotels while driving during your road trip. About halfway through your road trip, you decide to find out the total amount you spent on hotels. Yowzers. So these are the receipts. So it says somewhere between San Diego and Yellowstone, you have one night, you have a hotel fee and tax. Now, I want to find out exactly how much I spent here in day one. So think about the operation that I am going to do. So you're thinking about the operation. I think I'm going to have to add them. Remember to line up these decimal points. So all the decimal points should go straight in a straight line. Please add them up. So you're going to add up all of these for 13 days. And then it says which hotel was the cheapest per night. So if you can see underneath here, you're going to have the names, or you can just say, when I was at day whatever, how much did your family spend in parking fees? So now here you have to go here, and I have to find all the parking fees on the receipts. Finally, what was the difference between the highest total and the lowest total? So once you find out all the totals, find the difference. Key word there. All right. Next one, roadside ramblings. Now, these road signs have always got me excited when you would see them and you saw your destination on it, and then you would start to count down to see how long it would take us to get there. So let's see what it says. Roadsides are abundant on your trip. As you drive, there are many signs that show the number of miles to popular destinations. Take a look at the signs and answer the questions. So, on your way to San Diego. So the question here says, how far is Anaheim from Salt Lake City? Well, here's Anaheim, here's Salt Lake City. So it says 749, Anaheim is 118. I want to find the distance between. Think of what operation. How far is Tulsa from Fayetteville? Here's Tulsa, Fayetteville. And how far is Raleigh from Poplar Bluff? Here's these two. It says here you need to write your number sentence. And last one. Time to head home. It's been a fun trip. You've made it to all the way across the country, but the idea of spending another 20 days in the car makes you a little crazy. I bet. It says instead, you and your family are heading home on an airplane. You are trying to make some decisions about where you would like to fly from and when. It says you have two options. You can either fly from a small airport in Portland, Maine, or a larger airport in Boston, Massachusetts. Check out the information below. Okay, so this one's from Portland to San Diego. Driving distance is from where they are going from Natick, Maine, is 48.4 miles. So we have United Airlines, American Airlines, and JetBlue Airlines. Now look at the thing that you have to look at here. You're looking at the timing, okay? 5:45 to 10:34, and look at the timing for each of them, and then they have the price for your airline ticket. The next one is going to be from Boston, Massachusetts to San Diego, California. We're having American Airlines, Delta, and United Airlines. So this is from Boston to San Diego. Again, look at the time. Boston to San Diego, time. Boston, San Diego, time, money. Okay. Now the questions are, of all three choices from Portland, which one would you pick and why? Here's the Portland one. Which one would you pick? Of all the three choices from Boston, which one would you pick and why? Here's the ones from Boston. Of all six choices together, which one would you pick and why? Now it says estimate to find out which flight is the longest. Explain how you estimated. Estimated is about. Which two flights are closest in price? So which ones are very close to each other? And finally, if you needed to arrive 2 hours before your flight, which flights would you need to arrive before noon? And that is going to be your problem-based learning project for math. This is going to be due on Friday. So I would definitely try to do at least one a day. If you have questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact us and we'll be happy to help. Have a great day, boys and girls.